everyone, welcome back to lesson 5. Previously we learned about straight lines, we learned about slope, we learned about how to write equation of a straight line, we learned about graphs of straight line. Today we have some different ideas about straight line. What's given? We have given 2 points. We need to find the equation of that straight line that passes through these 2 points. The main components of a straight line are the slope and a point that the line passes through. Here we have 2 points given. We use both points to find the slope of the line, and we use one of the points to complete the equation of the straight line and simplify. Now, write the equation of the line that passes through the 2 given points. For example, let's do question 30. Firstly, we need to find the slope, then use one of the points in the rule. The slope m is equal to, the rule is y2 minus y1, so y2 is 4 minus y1 is negative 4, so 4 minus negative 4, y2 minus y1 over x2, which is 1, minus x1, negative 3. Now, 4 minus minus will be plus, so it's 8. 1 minus minus, that will be 4. That simplifies to 2. 8 over 4 is equal to 2. This 2 is the slope of that straight line that passes through these 2 points. Now, I'm going to use this point as it has no negative as x1, y1 in the rule. So y minus y1 equal to m x minus x1 is the formula, is the rule of writing the equation of a straight line. Y is variable, x is variable, so y minus y1 is 4 equal to m is slope, that's 2, x minus x1 is 1. Y minus 4 equal to 2x minus 1. Multiply the 2 by inside. Y minus 4 equal to 2x minus 2. Now, if we want to write this in the general form, x and y should be on the same side, or we can have y equal to the equation. Both ways are fine. So the equation we can write like this: y equal to 2x minus 2 plus 4, that is 2x plus 2. So y equal to 2x plus 2 is the equation of that straight line that passes through these 2 points. We can use the same idea for all the other 5 questions. Find the slope using 2 points, then use one of the points, which one is easier, to complete the equation, and then simplify to get the equation. Parallel and perpendicular lines. There are 2 important things about parallel and perpendicular lines. If 2 lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. If 2 lines are perpendicular, like when there is a 90-degree angle between them, slope 1 multiplied by slope 2 is equal to negative 1. Or we can say slope 1 is equal to negative 1 over slope 2. Means slope of one equation is the upside down, the reciprocal of the slope of the other equation with the opposite sign. From the example, we can understand this better. Remember that equation of straight line, we need slope and a point. So here, a line is given only to help you find the slope, and a point is also given. Find the general forms of the equation of the line that passes through the point 2, negative 1, and r, parallel to the line 2x minus 3y equal 5, perpendicular to the line 2x minus 3y equal to 5. Now, in the case of parallel, slope of the line that we want to find is the same as the slope of this given line. Slope of this line is the same as the slope of the line that we want to find. Then Slope of this line, to find slope of this line, we have a rule, negative a over b. A is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y. So it will be negative 2 over negative 3. That simplifies to 2 over 3. 2 over 3 is the slope of this line, which is the slope of the line that we want to find parallel. Then again, y minus y1. Y minus y1 equal m, it's the slope, x minus x1. x1 is 2, from this point we got the 2, and y1 is negative 1, from the point we got y1. Now there are some simple simplifications. Here there is a fraction. To get rid of this 3, multiply everything by 3. So there is a step like this. Multiply everything by 3. This 3 will be cancelled. 3y minus minus will be plus. 3y plus 1 equal to 2x minus 2. Now multiplying this 3 by inside. These are basic simplifications. Multiply this 2 by inside. We'll get 3y plus 3 equal to 2x minus 4. Then general form means all the variables and numbers are on one side. The other side is equal to 0. Then moving this to the other side, y plus 3, move to the other side. 3y became negative 3y. Positive 3 became negative 3. Negative 4 is as it is because we did not change the side. 2x is as it is, we did not change the side. Equal to 0. So 2x minus 3y minus 7 equal to 0 is the general form of the equation of the straight line that is parallel to this line and passes through this point. In part B, 2x minus 3y equal to 5. We already found the slope. The slope is 2 over 3. We want perpendicular, means we need to find the reciprocal of the 2 over 3 with the opposite sign. So the slope of the perpendicular line will be negative. We have the slope was 2 over 3. Slope of the perpendicular is 3 over 2 with the opposite sign. This is positive, this is y, this is negative. And the point was given to negative 1. There, we're going to use the slope and the point in the formula of equation of the straight line. Y minus y1, y minus y1 equal m is negative 3 over 2, x minus x1, which is 2. Then again, get rid of fraction, multiply everything by 2. This will cancel. This will be 2. To remove the negative as well, we can multiply by negative 2. Then the negative will be cancelled as well. A negative appears on this side. Negative 2y plus 1 equal to 3x minus 2. Then simplify this, everything to the other side, equal to 0. We will get 3x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0 is the general form of the equation of the straight line that is perpendicular to the given equation and passes through this point. So we found the equation that's perpendicular to this line and passes through this point. There is the equation. Check it out. Question, this is check it out for. Find the general form of the equation of the line that passes through this point that is parallel to this line. Let's do this. This line is given only to help us find the slope, because slope is very important to write equation of straight line. And it's marked that it's parallel. Then this slope will be the slope that we are going to use. For perpendicular, we will use the reciprocal with the opposite sign. So x plus 5y equal to 1. Slope is negative a over b. So this is 1, coefficient of x. There is no number means 1. So that is slope negative 1 over 5. So the slope is negative 1 over 5. This is the rule, coefficient of x over coefficient of y with the opposite sign. This is the slope. We want parallel, so we're going to use the same slope. The point is 1, 3. So y minus y1, y minus negative 3 equal to m is negative 1 over 5, x minus x1 is 1. Multiply everything by 5 to remove this denominator. Then it will be minus minus is plus, y plus 3 multiplied by 5 equal to negative x minus 1. To remove the negative with it, we can multiply both sides by negative 5. Then this negative will be cancelled and a negative appears here. Now expanding both brackets, negative 5 multiplied by inside, that will be negative 5y minus 15 equal to x minus 1. Moving the y's to the other side to write the general form, then it will look like this. X plus 5y plus 15 minus 1. That is x plus 5y plus 14 equal to 0. And there is equal to 0. This is the general form of the equation of the straight line that is parallel to this line and passes through the point 1, negative 3. For the second one, perpendicular, we are going to find the slope, which we already know, it's negative 1 over 5. Then we find the reciprocal of it, that will be positive 5 over 1. Positive 5 over 1 simply is just 5. Then we use the 5 in the rule y minus y1 equal mx minus x1. Using this point, we will get the equation that is perpendicular. Let's solve some more questions. Here we have good questions. In exercise 44 and 47, write the equation of a line that passes through the given point and that is perpendicular to the given line. Perpendicular is important. Perpendicular. This means the slope I find from this equation, I should make it upside down with the opposite sign, then I use it in the rule. Now, slope of this line is negative 4 over negative 2. Negative a over b. This is it. This is equal to 2. So the slope I need, which is for perpendicular, is going to be, this 2 is like 2 over 1. So it will be 1 over 2. This is positive. This should be negative. I need to use this slope in the formula. Now y minus y1, y minus y1 is 2, y1 is 1, x1 is 2, y minus 1 equal to negative 1 over 2 x minus 2. Now to get rid of this 2 and the negative, so I need to multiply everything by negative 2. Multiply by negative 2, so this will be negative 2y plus 2. Negative 2 times negative 1 is plus 2 equal to, this will cancel, x minus 2. Now x and y should go to the same side equal to 0 to make the equation in the general form. Then the y and the 2 go to the other side. We have x plus 2y minus 2 minus 2. This positive 2 became negative 2 and this negative 2 is already there, equal to 0. X plus 2y, negative 2 together will be negative 4. That's 2y. X plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0 is the equation of the straight line that passes through this point and is perpendicular to this line. Now let's solve question 47. It looks a little bit different. Y equal to negative 1 is a horizontal straight line. Horizontal straight line has the slope 0. Then if we graph it to make it clear, That is a horizontal straight line that passes through -3 on y-axis. That's y equal to -3. To find another equation that's perpendicular to this, we should write a vertical straight line because vertical is perpendicular on horizontal. Then that vertical, there are many vertical lines that are perpendicular to this line. But the one we need should pass through -1 on x-axis. Then if this is -1 on x-axis, this line passes through -1 on x-axis and is perpendicular to the given line. The equation of this line is just x equal to -1. In the case of vertical line, we will write a horizontal line as the perpendicular one. Then the equation will contain only y. In this case, we have y, which is a horizontal line. We'll write a vertical line that passes through -1, which is obviously x equal to -1. This time we have parallel. A point is given, a line is given to help you find the slope, and we want to find another line that is parallel. Parallel lines have the same slope. Then if I find the slope of this line, I directly use the slope. So m is the slope. M equal to -4 over -2. That's basically equal to 2. Since I want parallel, parallel means same slope. Same slope means the line I want to find has the slope 2, the same as this. So y minus y1, y minus y1 is 1, equal to m, which is 2, x minus x1, which is 2. Expand y minus 1 equal to 2x minus 4. Then all the x's and y's can go to the same side if the question said find the equation in the general form. If the question did not say that, we can leave it like this, or we can simplify the numbers. One goes to the other side, so y equal to 2x minus 4 plus 1, that is y equal to 2x minus 3. This straight line is parallel to this line, and this straight line passes through this point. How do I know this passes through this? Because I used this point to find this equation. So this equation passes through this point. Here, y equal to -3. This is a horizontal straight line, passes through -3. This time we need something parallel that passes through -1. Let's clarify this. We need to write another equation that is parallel. 1, 2, 3. This is the line we have. Y equal to -3. We need another line that passes through the point -1, 0. That other line is x equal to 0, is this line. This red line passes through this point and is parallel to this. The equation of this red line, since it's x-axis, it's the line y equal to 0. The line we have is horizontal. So the equation should be in terms of y equal to 0. In such cases, we only look at the y value. Y equal to -3, y equal to 0 are two horizontal straight lines that are parallel. And the point -1, 0 is right here. So the red line for sure passes through the given point. To check that if 3 points are collinear, we find the slope of these two using the rule y minus y1 equal mx minus x1. Then we find the slope of the first and third. the two slopes should be equal. If they are equal, means the 3 points are collinear, they are on the same straight line. If the slopes are not equal, means the 3 points are not collinear. Let's do this question. Now I want to find the slope between this point and this point. Then M is equal to y2 minus y1, negative 2 minus 1, negative 2 minus 1, over x2 minus x1, 2 minus negative 2. We can use brackets. This will be negative 3. This will be 4. Negative 3 over 4 is the slope between the first point and the third point. Now let's find the slope between first and second. Slope is equal to, between first and second, I can say 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1, over negative 1 minus negative 2. Check the order. 0 minus 1, I have that. Negative 1 minus negative 2, negative 1 minus negative 2. Now simplify this. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. This will be plus. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1. The answer is negative 1. The two slopes are not equal, means the 3 points are not collinear. Collinear means they are on the same straight line. This is why if the slope between the first and second is, let's say, negative 4 over 3, then the other slope should be the same. Here we don't have the same, means the 3 points are not collinear. Temperature. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, that's 212 Fahrenheit, and freezes at 0, that is 32 Fahrenheit. We can make these 2 points. First point is 100, 212. This is the first point. The second point is 0, 32. If you look at this, I kept the order. When I wrote 100 first, I wrote the 0 first as well. These are related to Celsius degrees. And I wrote the Fahrenheit in the second place, so 212 and 32. Now simply we need to find the slope between the 2 points, then make a straight line, the equation of a straight line. Now y2 minus y1, 212 minus 32, over x2 minus x1, 100 minus 0. 212 minus 32 is 180. 100 minus 0 is still 100. Divide them, this will be 9 over 5, which is 1.8. Use one of the points as x1, y1. Which point is easier? Obviously, the point that has 0 in it is easier. It will have less calculation. We use it. So y minus y1. In this question, we considered y as f. Then we considered y as f. In the rule, we don't say y minus y1, we can say f minus f1. F minus f1 is 32, equal to, the slope is 1.8, and this one is x, or we can consider it as c, it doesn't matter. So m, x minus x naught, so there is m, we can write here c minus 0, or x, doesn't matter. Then this is the relationship between Fahrenheit and Celsius degrees. To simplify this, we don't need to even simplify, the question doesn't say right in the general form. Then let's convert. When we have 72 Fahrenheit, 72 goes in place of f, so f is 72. So 72 minus 32 is equal to 1.8 C. 72 minus 32 is 40, equal to 1.8 C. Divide both sides by 1.8. C remains alone. The answer is 22.2. Or we can just keep it as 40 over 1.8. This is it. Okay, slope has some different interpretations. One of them is rate. Sometimes slope is rate, sometimes slope is rise over run. It's ratio. In this question or any other question related to triangle, slope is ratio. To find the slope of this hypotenuse, we say rise over run. That's 2/7. In this question or questions like this, when slope represents something from a hypotenuse of a triangle, this is ratio. Looks at a plane at this angle, 60 degrees, and this distance is 600 units. Then what should we find? What is the slope of the straight line that joins the plane to the mountain? We need to find the slope of this side, this hypotenuse. Is it ratio or rate of change? What is the altitude of the plane? Now, to find the altitude of the plane, we need to use tan for the slope. The slope of this side is tan 60. Tan 60 is equal to radical 3. This is the slope. Then we also know that slope is rise over run. So we know the slope is y/600. And we also know the slope is radical 3. This will create an equation to help us find the altitude or the height. Then radical 3 equal to y/600. To have y alone, radical 3 equal to y/600. To have the y alone, we can do cross multiplication. Y times 1 is just y, equal to radical 3 multiplied by 600, and we can simplify this to a decimal number. This is the altitude. The formula of distance between a line and a point, the equation of a straight line and a point. We use this formula. The formula D is absolute value ax1 plus by1 plus c over a squared plus b squared. This formula is used to find the distance between a given point and the equation of a straight line. The first thing for such questions we need to have the equation equal to 0. So this 10 should go to the other side. It becomes -10. The whole equation equal to 0. Then we can apply the rule. In this rule, we have some components. We have a, b, x1, y1, and c. We have 5 things. Before we apply the rule, it's better to clarify the 5 numbers, then apply them all in the rule. Now to do question 1, question 55, which is the first question in this idea. Here, this is x1, this is y1, right? X is 0, y is 0. 4 is the coefficient of x, this is a. 3 is the coefficient of y, this is b. And c is the constant. This 10 goes to the other side, becomes -10. So c is -10. Now applying all in the rule. So we have ax1, this is a, this is x1, ax1 plus by1, this 3 is b, the 0 is y1, minus c. In the rule it's plus c, but this c is -10. This is why it becomes -10, over a squared plus b squared, a is 4, b is 3, all under square root. Simplifying this will be 0, this will be 0. This is -10 inside absolute value. This will be +10. Over 4 squared is 16. 3 squared is 9. Add them, 25. Square root of 25 is 5. 10 divided 5 is 2. This is how we got the 2. Question 56. The equation is this. This is already equal to 0. That's ready. And the point is negative 2, 1. A capital is the coefficient of x. This is just 1. B is the coefficient of y. It's negative 1. C is negative 2. It's right here. X is negative 2 from the point. Y is 1 from the point. Now applying the rule, A, x1. So 1 times negative 2. B is negative 1. Y1, which is 1. This is Y1. Plus C is negative 2. This will be like minus 2. Now, calculating this over 1 plus 1 squared is still 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Square root of 2. Then, let's look at this. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. With this, that's negative 2. Negative 2, negative 2, negative 4. With this negative 1, that's all negative 5. Inside absolute value, this is equal to 5. Here, we have radical 1 squared is just 1, plus negative 1 squared is also 1. Add them, so this will be over 5 over radical 2. There's a little radical. For 57, applying the same idea, x equal to negative 1. The equation looks different. There is no y. It's fine. We just follow the rules. First step, it should be equal to 0. That is equal to 0. The negative 1 went to the other side, became positive 1. Then a, which is the coefficient of x, is 1. There is no b, means there is no y, so b is 0. C is positive 1. X and y. X is 6. According to the given point, x is 6, y is 2. Now, ax 1 times 6 plus by, b is 0, y is 2, that's by, plus c over 1 minus 0 squared. Then 1 times 6 is 6, plus 2 times 0, 0, plus 1, that's 7 inside absolute value. This is 7. In the denominator, 1 minus 0, 1. Square root of 1, 1. So 7 over 1 is just 7. This 7 means this equation is 7 units far from this point. This is the rule of distance between equation and point. Write the distance d between the point 3, 1 and the line y equal to mx plus 4 in terms of m. When is this distance 0? We need to find. Then represent the answer geometrically. If necessary, we will do it. Now, the point we have, x1, y1 is this. 3, 1. The equation y equal to mx plus 4, to find the distance between equation and point, we need to have the equation equal to 0. So this 4 goes to the other side. That becomes minus 4 equal to 0. Then here, coefficient of x is negative m. This is why a is negative m. B is the coefficient of y, which is just 1. C is the constant, that's negative 4. X from the point is 3, y from the point is 1. Now, putting all of these information in the rule, A, x, b, y, c is negative 4, writing them all in this form. Now, it's something contains m. Simplifying this, negative m times 3 is negative 3m. And 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Inside absolute value, the minus will get cancelled. That's 3m plus 3 over m squared plus 1. This is the distance in terms of m, means keep m in the answer. Now when the distance is 0, means this is 0, then we need to find m in this case. That's basic. When you have a algebraic fraction equal to 0, we solve only the numerator. The numerator is 3m plus 3 equal to 0. Then to solve this, 3 to the other side, 3m equal to negative 3, divide 3, m equal to negative 1. So when m is equal to negative 1, the distance between the line and the point is 0. Now we have some questions, some Wizari questions. This is the end of the session. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to see the rest of the book.